Uh, GLHF. All right, we're just jumping right into it. Here we go. First match of the day. This is a custom variant, one of the custom variants for the custom variant tourney that's going on now in the 5D chess community, where the community, mostly thanks to GHXX at the helm, as well as a host of other community members, has developed an easy way to get custom variants into 5D chess. What a time to be alive. We've had custom variants for a while, but this is the first organized event where a bunch of people have sort of chipped in their ideas, made a bunch of cool maps, or boards, layouts, what have you, variants. And so here we go. This is the first one. I believe that this is the first round variant. It's defended king's pawn. So you'll notice that everything looks pretty similar, except the bishops and knights have swapped places. This variant was developed by Mage. So shoutouts to Mage. I will be playing Mage, the creator of this variant, in the first round of the tournament, but in the meantime, this is just a little warm-up exhibition match to get the juices flowing, get the 5D coursing through our veins, to get pumped, and to be just a good start to the day. Here we go, okay. A GLHF to Sonoy, and let's get this shit show on the road. Okay. Now, what do we got going? You'd think this is like a straightforward variant that you might think of just even in like classical chess, just to sort of consider, like, well, what would happen if you swap the spots of those pieces? But I haven't. So here we go. We're gonna do like a quick little analysis live and try not to waste too much of our opponent's time out of the opening. I've noticed that the B and G file pawns are totally undefended. So the A and C pawns are defended thoroughly. The pawns right in front of the king are defended quite well. This bishop, it seems like you would want to sort of grab space with this bishop, with this bishop mostly. But it's also a dangerous move. You know what I'm feeling? Yeah, so this bishop is on f2, f7 duty, right? The G bishop. Castling is weird. You can't really do a King's Indian sort of situation. Opening with e6 seems weird because you block in the knight. The queen is where it starts. So unlike regular defended pawn, these squares are sort of well covered by the queen. Which is cool. So opening, developing these knights, you don't have too much to worry about in terms of like undefending pieces that are defended by these knights. You sort of get, the saddest thing is that you can't Frappuccino in this game. Sucks. Okay. What do we do here? What knight f6 is always, it's like one of the memes on the channel is that knight f6 is always a good move, but you can't play knight f6. Okay, how do we play knight f6? What's the quickest route to f6? Okay, I guess we could go knight d6, knight e4, knight f6. Alternatively, we could push a pawn and then knight f6, just to get comfortable, just to have a knight that we're familiar with. They're on the board, but no, I think that's a terrible play. Wing pawns, especially when in doubt, if you're like, I don't really know what to do, but I want to develop and grab space in the center. Pushing up the queenside pawns is always a good shout. It really messes with your understanding of like how to develop like pawns out of the opening, right? Because everything kind of blocks everything else if you do the moves that you think about normally. Really weird. E6 seems fun. The F pawn's probably not going to get moved anytime soon anyway, but it like really sort of pins the F pawn because otherwise this queen, gets in here and fucks shit up. But it impedes the development of our knight. Where do we want our knights to go? Where do we want to with the let's see. The song is a bop, by the way. You know what? It's weird. I don't want to block my bishop by developing this knight. You know what though? You can't. There's a weird like Uber Frappuccino, where you put a bishop on a7 and it stares down f2. That's kind of funky, right? Maybe we'll pull one of those out in the future. It does mean that I don't want to push c5. Let's play what I consider to be a flexible opening move in knight d6. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. Opponent made the best move. No longer is knight f3, knight f6 the best move ever. It's the end of an era. The reign of knight f3, knight f6 is no more. As someone who usually watches the VODs, it's funny to see how you're shifting gears and give context to the YouTube audience. Yeah, you know, you guys are around for the whole ride. You see how the sausage is made. You see me psych myself up beforehand, giving myself the pep talks, the context, the bathroom breaks. YouTube audience, if you too would like to be a part of the development process here, get a behind the scenes look at the action, then follow the Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/SametTheTurk. It's at the start and end of every YouTube video anyway. I think I advertise it sufficiently. All right, what's this done? Interesting, double knight out of the opening. Yeah. What I like about this move is that it gives our f pawn another defender. Not that it really needs it. It feels slightly superfluous. I do like the... Although... okay, where does this knight go if we... Actually, now I really appreciate the idea of quote-unquote frappuccino. Forcing a frappuccino. What is this? I guess this is like a... What? It's like a... It's not a frappuccino. I don't know. Let's just call it a flat white. There's no like flavor reason to call it a flat white, but I'm gonna call this the flat white. Has anyone coined this yet? This you guys can't even see. This frappuccino I'm gonna call a flat white. It's not a frappuccino, but we're gonna do it. I don't think that developing the flank pawn like this is really good out of the opening, but this is the flat white now. It's all done. I figured we came to a similar conclusion. Stockfish told me it was the best move too. Oh, Stockfish says c3 is the best opening move. That's really funny. There's a bishop a2 frappuccino which targets f7. Yeah, I did notice. Oh, interesting. What's going on here? I like our flat white better than his kingside flat white. Ryan Forcio, your number one. Ryan is our celebrated Lord and say I for one welcome our new Ryan overlords. Good stuff. I'll probably develop our knight out of this. Nothing too crazy. I don't really know where I'm going. I mean, if this happens, like we said, I think pushing any of these pawns is actually kind of disastrous for the structure. I don't think you want to do this either, because again, it's like playing out the D knight in regular defended pawn, where the variant has one job, which is to put a piece on the F pawn. And if immediately what you do is like move this bishop out of the way, it seems like it's ill-advised. That's all I'm saying. That's interesting. Okay. What do we do now? Let's cut off this bishop. I don't really like this because sacking king for who really cares actually. We're fine because we can just close it back up afterward, right? There's like nothing going on there. We can just push this, yeah. Probably. Why not? My gut tells me we can just push this. I want to make a variant replacing pawns with common kings. Whew. Wow. Call it the CEO variant. Dude, that's a fantastic idea. I'd play this shit. I think that it would be really stressful. There would be too much. It would be too powerful, too complex. It would slow the game down in a way because you have so much. You have the ability to pull your pawns back. I think is like a disastrous concept for chess, especially a game in which like it's so difficult at like a higher level at least. It's like easy for people to sort of turtle up and close in. Close up a position. This seems like a terrible idea, right? Because if he opens this, then we just like threaten mate, and that just feels pretty bad. Or he can take and give us a queen. That's a trade that I would take any day of the week. Let's see. Smet's in the think tank on turn 1. You're not new to the channel, crazy. he's got the 7th month, the 7-month sub badge, or the 6-month badge, but he's been subbed for 7 months. When we encounter a variant, actually that's a lie. Even if I've played the variant a bunch before, just because I play this game so seldom, I'm in the think tank turn 1. That's my natural state of being. Whoa, this seems nuts. What are you doing? Right? What's going on here? What? Wait, what? Ideas. What's happening? Okay, if you check here and you give up, then there's a turn on which this pawn is undefended, maybe? Maybe that's an idea. But then we take here. This pawn is undefended. Oh, shit. But now, now what do you do? What's the easiest way to crack this thing open? Let's think. Let's see. Okay. This is kind of an obvious move. How does he defend if we do this? He's got to defend this pawn or close this up. You get both of his bishop is on a light square. His knights are on dark squares, which means that none of these pieces can get to this dark square, period. And the rook is, you know, stuck in place. So all he can really do is push this pawn. I guess this battery doesn't do very much for us. We also technically undefend this pawn. So pushing this, I mean, I could queen out. And then if trade takes, then we win a free rook. That feels pretty good, right? We win a rook in that situation, yeah. Or something like that, no? He pushes this pawn. Our queen is here. What does that really do for us? Could push this pawn ourselves, actually. Does that do much for us? But maybe we can bait him to... We trade, takes, and then we get this rook, yeah? Let's try and do that. Let's try and make that happen. Cool. Smet casually burning time at the only point he can't flag. If I'm safe, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of that, absolutely. In CEO, everyone runs king movers as their minions, or at least that's a very solid strategy. I see. Smet gonna spend the next 30 minutes. All right, calm down. It wasn't 30 minutes. All right. Oh, okay. So this situation happened. I feel like this is bad. Am I wrong? I don't know. Actually, this is a fun idea. Fuck it. Let's just, you know what the real Chad move is, though. No, but let's just do this. Why the hell not, right? I realize now that we can also, this knight here, and then maybe we can do something funky with, no, we're just going to do this. I'm just, first game of the variant, we're actually kind of just doing whatever. We're doing whatever. Simply make an AI that plays black and just computes the entire tree in turn 1, Kappa? Well, he solved it. Suddenly, there's no computation's been cracked wide open. The field of machine learning is in shambles. Decades of research. Does he realize that he... okay, takes. Oh no, he can move the rook then. Oh, wait. Yeah, if he recaptures here... well, okay, if he recaptures here, obviously we just win on the spot. But here he takes here, then we can't do this trade and then go here and then win the rook because the bishop's here now, and he can move the rook, which is sag. That's gonna be a sag from me, dog. Why not kick the queen then? Yeah? Kick the queen? Yeah? I'm kind of opening myself up. But, whatever. Let's just kick the queen. Sure. Yeah. Let's just kick the queen. The issue compared to defended pawn is that all these pawns are like always all these pawns are like always defended. Ordinarily there's a lot more because the queen in regular defended pawn is so like off in the middle of nowhere. Every one of your opponent's developing moves sort of like undefends some portion of like their pawn structure. But here everything's kind of pretty solid. The only thing that's undefended is the G pawn, and there's not like a crazy amount that you can make happen there. Poison Blush has gifted a sub to Nahemia Girl. Thank you so much, Poison. How's it going? What's up? How you been? What's going on? Let's just make this move. Why not? Throw caution to the wind. Turn it up a fuzz then. Uber Frappuccino. Wish I could have watched an analysis before getting absolutely whomped in my tourney games. I think we melted Cement's brain, guys. Let me boot up Stonkfish to see what he has to say. Cement's brain takes a bit to fully melt. My brain's like a hard cheese. It's not very, it doesn't, you know, it's not very quick to melt. But when it does, you know that something's gone horribly awry. Didn't Tone say he wasn't sure about this variant being better than defended pawn, but e4 is highly viable in this variant. Ryan, making the observations. Compelled to can we travel onto here and make something happen? Probably not, right? This just doesn't like lead to anything. If our opponent had traveled already, then we would have some funky stuff. What do I do with this knight? The other thing is I actually don't want to give my opponent a travel. This is no longer defended, right? Like the function of the queen there was that it was also defending this pawn, right? That's why he made this queen move, yeah? So like we threatened this knight to get rid of the only defender of this pawn, because then you trade here, takes here, and then you win. And so he put his queen here. We kicked the queen. The queen moved. There is now only one defender of this square, which is the only thing between us and mate. So if we grab this here, he can't recapture, right? He's got to do something else. So why not just do that? Why not do that? Sure, right? What's our follow-up? Takes, win, so that's not... So what does he do, right? This happens. What are we threatening? I mean, rook back here is kind of schnasty. He can't just like take this. He's got to defend this pawn or like close this diagonal somehow. Yeah. Let's just do it. Whatever. He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. English is made up anyway. Oh, I like flat whiting as well. Is that how you would spell that? You know what? Yeah, no, that's canon now. Well done, an A-Geek. English is made up anyway. Language is a fun topic. I mean, you're preaching to the choir with Poison here in the chat, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? I feel like this is good for us. Now we check him here. I don't know what the follow-up is, but let's just go. Like, the only thing he can do is sack here. Don't we have mate, right? Am I, like, what's going on? Yeah, no, let's just take this. He's got a block. He can't move here because of this. Like, we just stumbled into a mating net here. This is good stuff. CEO's greatest flaw is generally considered that you can run a bunch of king movers and never worry about defense. Money in the bank. Pimping is easy. You heard it here first. Do we even have to check him here? Can we, yeah, we check him here. Check him here 2 turns in the past, and then this is mate, yeah? Something like that? No. Am I wrong? Let's see. Yeah, this is the first turn that the king is here. So if we go here, it's not quite it. But here doesn't actually check him. Here it doesn't check him either, which is actually frustrating. There's no real way to check him. Is there? Because this doesn't get the job done, yeah? Oh, but we can check him next turn no matter what he does. And he can't cover the... No, he can. If he puts his bishop here, then that covers it. I don't want that to happen. So, how do we... Yeah, this doesn't check him because his king is, like, off. Oh, but we can threaten, like, hard mate. Maybe there's an easier way to do this, but this will check him next turn so we can hard mate him here with double check. And that'll get the job done. Because this is going to chime him next turn, and if he takes it now, then yeah. And then this is mate, right? This hard mate. I think we got it. Two pass checks in 1 turn, yeah. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not there yet. That was my bad. Well, okay. Oh, it's because this is 2D. Yeah, I thought that this was 5D check is my problem. Oh, it's 5D check next turn, or you know, triagonal check, whatever you like. This isn't mate, but it's gonna be mate soon. I was a turn off there, but whatever. What's the okay, so we want to check him so that he can't travel, right? We want to so if we check him here, then we can mate. Oh no, this is mate, probably. Yeah, this is like definite mate, right? Okay, there we go. All right, okay, we got it. we got there. Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Slight hiccup there toward the end, but we got there. That was rough. That was what a situation this was. Where did this all begin? Where did it all go wrong? Look at this position. It's like record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got here. Holy shit. Emperor's new mate. Very good. Okay. Yeah, where did it all fall apart? Where did it all fall apart? Honestly, I think pushing this pawn was like, you know, because we had the battery lined up. Just allowing this here is, you know, it's like big McYikeskis. I don't know what the better play. Probably defending with the knight. Maybe it was a better play. Yeah. Like a little knight b3 action, something like that. Then you can kick it, but then, you know, takes is rough. So I don't really know. Then we set up the battery. Then getting the knight off of this square. Yeah, this was I think the queen from the get-go is probably like the way to make this work. The queen happened. We kicked the queen. Yeah, man, this is just rough. I don't even know. Look at this. Wow. All right. We got there. Okay. GG. First game of Defended King's Pawn, aka DKP. What a great start. What a great start to this stream. Okay. Feeling good about this variant. This was fun.